Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review here. This time we have this 81 rated Marcus Rashford. Now I'm quite excited for this one in particular, purely because this year he can play striker as well as wing, so that would be a very desirable card at the start. So on stats, he's 6'1", medium low work rates, right footed, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. As you can see there, he can play striker, he can play left mid, and he can play left wing. I went with the recommended engine chem style on him. You can also go with something like a Hunter or something like that, but I feel like because he's 6'1", you do need that extra agility on a card like this, just to get him in the right positions with those skills and make them really, really effective. On stats then, so he's got 87 pace, 82 shooting, 75 passing, 81 dribbling, and 71 physical. So on paper, it looks like quite a good, well-rounded card. There's some certain aspects of that card I found really good, to be fair, but I'll speak more about them after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the video or want to see more, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you after, and peace. So we'll get one thing out of the way straight away. On my other thoughts about the card, so on my 4 sacks that I used, he was the worst of the 4, but that does not mean in any sense of the matter he was bad at all. It's just because I feel like with the taller players, skills don't really come off as nice as someone like an Ousmane Dembele that's below 6 foot, because he is 6'1" Rashford, and he has only got 82 agility base. The skills don't come off as nice, even though they do still come off at times. That is very, very clean. But he's still a very good card, don't get that twisted. So what's that then? So 5-star skills, obviously a desirable thing in this FIFA. That's why all my attackers are 5-star skills in his team. Just a really nice thing to get you through the divisions. Really nice to just doing lower division opponents. The 3-star weak foot, unfortunately, is a little bit hit and miss, to be honest. It generally does feel like a 3-star weak foot at times, and it will cost you a few chances. Now the pace did feel quite fast, to be fair. The acceleration wasn't really an issue with the sprint speed, obviously getting through and bursting through on goal. Generally, that pace split doesn't really matter. Now the shooting feat, the shot power was immense. Like, this was a very, very good aspect about Rashford. I really did enjoy that. The shots were lethal, like no matter where from on his right foot would go in pretty much. The patch positioning was a little bit here and there. The finishing was very, very good though on his right foot only. The penalties as well, he was my penalty taker for most of the games. Because he's got 85 penalties base and you need a good penalty taker for the green circle now, it was quite good for him. I only missed one out of all of them, I think. Now the passing, very, very lacklustre. He can only play strike for me personally. I did play him wide for a lot of the games, and it's just a little bit here and there. He will make a few good passes, don't get me wrong, but most of the time it will be a little bit like away from the player, and the defender may be able to catch up or like catch onto the loose ball or something like that. Now this is where it gets interesting for me, the agility stats. Now the agility at 82 plus 2 with the engine chem style, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. Like, the skills will still be able to pull off, but let's say you against like a Militao Tomori, someone like of high caliber, he's going to struggle a lot more than he would against like a low defender like Canate, something like that. And the balance, again, along with the strength, isn't really the best on this card. Like, if you want him to be a bit taller, you need to kind of have the strength or the balance, but he doesn't really have either of them, even though he can do quite some good skills. Now, the composure, go hand in hand with his left foot, again, doesn't really make him the most deadly of strikers, even though he is very good at getting himself into those positions. Sometimes the left foot can let you down quite a bit. But the ball control and the reactions both weren't really bad stats at all, to be fair. Onto the physicals then. So, the air ability, even though he can win headers with 74 jumping, he's not really going to be scoring them that much. The stamina, again, realistically you can only play him strike with that stamina or bring him off around the 80th minute, because you do have 5 substitutions now. I don't know if anyone knows that, but you do have 5 substitutions. Now, as I said, the strength isn't really best, and that goes hand in hand with the aggression as well. He's not really going to be the most strong player like a Depay or something like that. That's why I prefer Depay over him, because Depay has that strength aspect to him. Even though he's not the most agile, he can hold off defenders, where this Rashford necessarily can't as much. But the things Rashford is good at, he is very, very good at. So I will say that, even though he's got quite a few negative side of things to him, he is good at the stuff he excel at, like the shot power, the pace, the skills. But some of my overall thoughts and downs against overall scores. So on to my overall scores then. Now, I feel like I was a little bit harsh on the card just then, on my overall thoughts, because he is actually a very, very good card and a very usable striker. It's just I'm comparing him to my other attacks I had in the team. Now, although he had a lot of goals and assists for me, we'll go through it. So first for me is the pace. Now overall for that, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. He's not Ousmane Dembele level fast, and he's definitely not Diaby level fast, but he will burst through on goal and he will be able to keep away from defenders. Now the shooting overall, so you got the good factors like the finishing, the shot power, the penalties, but you have also got the factors like the 3-star weak foot and the attack position and stuff like that. So overall for the shooting, I am going to give it 8 out of 10. He will score a lot of chances, but it's just that weak foot you need to be careful of. Now the passing for me, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's really not amazing, to be fair, and that is being very, very generous, purely because the curve is quite good on this card. Now the dribbling stats for me, this is a bit of a sticky one. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So the skills are really good for him, and the agility doesn't the skills don't get pulled off badly, to be fair. He's actually quite nimble for a 6'1" player, but it's just generally speaking the dribbling stats are quite average, and you will feel that in game at times. Now the physical attributes, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I just feel like all these aspects aren't really the best. They're the stamina's not awful, the strength's not awful, but they're not really high enough to be putting 7s, 8s on it. It is generally just quite average. So on overall score then, I'm going to give him a 8.0 rating out of 10. That is based on the start of the game. I do think he's a good striker, and probably one that I would recommend as a Prem striker. There's not really that many good ones. But for value for coins then, coming in at 20k, that is actually quite a good price, so I will give him a 9 out of 10 for value for coins. He will do what you want him to do very, very well. You just need to be careful of those aspects I've talked about. But that's all for my view. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. If you want to see anyone in particular, leave it in the comments down below. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.